All right, you guys, we are officially on the countdown to nationals. We were just sitting here arguing about how many days it would be.
We were arguing that.
It depends on when you listen.
It's a different number of days. So it could be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or it could be happening right now. You could be listening as you're walking in. Who knows?
Or maybe you've been to a day of the conference and you're like, what the heck is happening? And you heard about this podcast.
That was -3 days.
You know, so whenever you're listening, happy GYTO Fest, you guys. We are so excited for this year. We always say it's our biggest year ever, and truly every year we somehow, well, actually, let me rewind, because at the end of every national conference, we're like, how the heck are we going to outdo ourselves next year? How are we going to make this happen again?
On the very last day, that's what we think.
And
Not even when it's done.
Yeah, and somehow we manage, and here we are again. So this year's national conference, we have 65 educators coming from all across the nation.
6,500.
What did I say?
65.
Oh, crap.
65.
Well, that would be actually, that would be so fun. Okay, let's not.
65 of our closest friends are coming.
I forgot the 2 zeros and the comma. But we
forgot a lot.
We are so excited for this year. We have so many things planned. One of the things that I'm most excited about, before we even get into keynotes and general sessions and the party of GYTO Fest, is the content for this year.
Yeah.
We have how many tracks?
12 different tracks.
12
I think
tracks.
102 different breakout sessions. And if you missed it, we actually did a webinar about a month ago now.
Which you can also still watch.
You can still watch if you're interested, where it was the truth end behind GYTO, where we talked about all the content, all things that people maybe have said, that it's just a party, all these different things. So if you're heading to get your teach on, you're still skeptical, maybe your principal sent you, maybe you're like, my best friend is dragging me along because they've been talking about this for years. That might be a webinar you might want to watch. It's free. It's on our website. You go to getyourteachon.com/webinar. But we kind of broke down all the behind the scenes of how Get Your Teach On got to where it is, a lot of questions that people have. But like Hope said, the content this year is truly next level. For the first time, and we broke this down in our webinar, we actually opened up proposals to the Get Your Teach On community. So anyone who wanted to present had an opportunity to submit a session. And unique to other conferences, we listened to the educators that are in attendance and ask them, what do you want to see, or what are the problems you're seeing in your school? Yep. And then we find content to match that for each grade level experience. So it's a little different than your traditional conference, where maybe you have 102 sessions and then you just get to choose whatever you want to go to when you go to. Your experience in your grade level track is crafted for you based on needs in schools, needs in districts, and the voice of teachers that have attended.
Yeah, and we feel like one of the most powerful things in education that a lot of times goes overlooked is the community.
Yeah.
And that you don't always have to have a community within your own school building, that you can find that community and like-minded educators literally across the nation. Our entire team is from across the nation. We are each other's biggest supporters, and so we feel like that's so powerful. So this year we have all of our tracks that we've had in the past. We have our grade level tracks. We have our lead on track, which is specifically for administrators, whether you're bringing teachers or not, and hopefully you're bringing teachers, but that way you can get prepped and ready for how to lead this initiative going back. But we also have 2 brand new tracks, which I am so excited about. Number one, we've always had special education offered, but as breakout options for teachers, because we feel like there is so much that they can gain and that we can also gain from them being in those general content sessions. But we heard from you guys, and when we say that we listen and read I'm pretty sure Chris reads every comment of every attendee survey. Of every conference. And one of the biggest things we heard was, hey, it's not that we don't love being with the general education teachers and having that collaborative time and those moments to make connections, but also we need our own track. We need to know how to do this, how to modify it, how to adapt it, how to accommodate for our learners specifically. And so this year, for the first time in Get Your Teach On history, we have a full special education track.
Yeah, and that need has actually shifted, because when we started to add special education breakouts, I don't know how many, maybe 4 years ago at this point,
probably,
special education teachers are saying, hey, we want to be in those same sessions. We don't want to be excluded from them. We want to make sure that we are getting there, because in their school, most likely you're collaborating with a general education teacher. We want those same strategies. So as the needs of that community has shifted in special education teachers, we've been able to really serve the students that they work with and the needs that they're seeing in schools with this kind of brand new track with probably top tier special education presenters, experts in the field.
It's going to be incredible.
A lot of new people to Get Your Teach On, which we're very excited about, that are presenting, that are going to probably blow your minds with their content. How this team was even formed is we asked special education attendees from the past year, 2 years, who would you want to learn from? What would you want to see? What are the gaps you're seeing? And that's how this team was formed for the special education track this year. So very unique, kind of next level for special education, but they're in for, and it's one of our biggest growing tracks right now.
One of our biggest growing tracks, but we've always said that we will never pretend like we are an expert in something that we are not an expert in. Right. I have never taught special education while I've tried to learn and grow and listen and do better, be better. I will never fully grasp that. And so we always say we will never do something and pull the trigger on something until we know we can do it well. Right. And this is the first time that we sat down, we said, okay, again, taking that attendee feedback, can we do it well? I want to derail for just a quick second because I just want to talk about this because we are talking about how we are so focused on inclusivity of all types of teachers, of all types of learners. One of the biggest questions that we get that I just think we need to talk about.
It's coming.
Wait, let me see if you can guess it.
T-shirt.
How did you know?
I just knew it was coming.
Oh my gosh.
Topic.
That's literally, we had no plan for this podcast, by the way. So he's just inside my brain. Per the usual.
I did not know, but I fully
knows
get where you're going right now.
He picked up what I was putting down. Yeah. I do want to talk about this in case you have a question, because obviously the collective is one of the hot spots of the conference. Like, we love
and this
it.
relates to what we were just talking about.
It does, I promise.
What on earth is she doing? It's not a blind
It's not full, it's not full
no,
ADD.
it actually connects,
But the collective is one of the biggest hotspots of the conference. And so we have, obviously teacher shirts, teacher t-shirts, literally things you can never find anywhere else. We want to make
outfit
them.
Hope is modeling right now.
I told them I'm wearing it the entire conference. If you're not watching on YouTube, you guys, it is hands down the best set I've ever owned in my life. But that is aside the point. I'm sure at some point you will visit the collective. We have theme days, which we'll get into later. One of those theme days is grade level teacher tees. And one of the biggest questions that we always get, because we try, guys, the amount of hours that is invested in talking about how we're going to do these teacher tees to make sure everybody feels like they are a part of the teacher tee collection. I can't even talk about the amount of time, but this year we have all the grade levels. We have school leader, because we've heard from school leaders that you want school leader teacher t-shirts. We don't actually have specific principal, assistant. There's too many titles and too many buildings. Yeah. It just gets confusing.
That'd be insane.
Yeah. But we also incorporated one that's literally my favorite, and I would just probably put my whole staff in it, is Dream Team. However, we get the question why we don't have special ed teacher as a t-shirt. Chris, do you want to?
Yeah, we can dive in a little bit. I mean, first of all, there's not a specific t-shirt for every single track. That would be insane. It is really just focused on your grade level tees, and then we added the leader tee, and then some other options for if you serve multiple grade levels or different things like that. But we have heard from many teachers in the past, and everyone has their own opinion, obviously, probably based on your experience, your school, what...
It doesn't make ours right. It's just ours.
It's just ours. And it's what we have heard from many, many people in the past, especially in relation to the special education track, that if something is labeled special education, which first of all, we don't want to label our students as special education, even though that's our IEP or things like that. Like, we're not going around calling them that to their face in their name. If you are, highly suggest against doing that in the school building, but we don't feel it's appropriate that you're going to wear this back to your school. It's a special education teacher, and then maybe you're working with those students in a small group or pulling them out for remediation or something like that. And the narrative created there is just not something that is the same as third grade teacher or dream team or different things like that. And students, as early as they learn how to read, are going to pick up on that narrative. So that's kind of the behind of that. Is there anything I'm missing?
No, I mean, mainly just, we obviously all hope that the stigma around special education and, what people and what society and what, other learners might be thinking about that. There is so much work behind going into accepting everyone. Everyone, is accepted in our classroom. Everyone is loved. Everyone learns different, but also we're not there yet.
Yeah, because you wouldn't even in your school building go say, our special education student. You would never go around saying that. You would identify them as what their needs are, or different things like that. So it's a gray area, of course, because we know if you're in a special education teacher role, you're proud of it. You're killing it every day. That is not to say it's devalued from the grade levels or things like that. It's just the optics of walking into a classroom wearing a shirt that says that, and then a fifth grade student saying, oh, that's why because really, and we know this best, special education teachers and general education teachers, they are integrated. And if it's done right, they are co-teaching. They are working with students in different ways, even students that they may not be serving or have special services for, or they're not providing their accommodations for an IEP, they're still pulling students in and out, and it's that kind of fluid flow. So we never want to just label students or a group, and we feel like a t-shirt is a very easy way to label.
This is simply for us. We're choosing the student's perception over a teacher T and at this moment. And that's just how we choose to do it. And again, it is the flip side. So I'm sure you have a flip side perspective of that on your own opinion and how you feel about that. That's just
But if it says dream team, no one's going to be like, oh, wow, they're going to the dream team. Like, it's actually exciting. If you're
exactly. That's what we were kind of. So the dream team is also
very much from the student's perspective for all those. So anything.
Yeah. That's how we've always felt. So anyways, just wanted to address that as we were talking about our special education track and just how excited we are and how much intentionality has gone behind that. Nothing is ever overlooked, or if it is, bring it to our attention. I promise you we address those things, but we try very hard to never overlook anyone's comments, what you're wanting. If we've heard that for a long time.
Yeah, it's not that the conversations have not happened.
Right.
It's there's more to the story behind why they're there. Yeah.
All right, so our second brand new track.
Also, if we're going through the tracks, but it's already too late to register for these. So maybe next year, if you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds great, next year. But if you're in one of these tracks, it'll be great.
Exactly. Schoolhouse track. This is something we have been trying to do for years. But again, we were like, we can't do it right. This year we could. It is where now we've had so many people come to Get Your Teach On that now we have districts sending hundreds of teachers or schools sending their whole staff. Or we're finally to that place that we have developed this space where schools want to come together to transform their building. And so we said that's powerful if they're all sitting in their grade level, sure. But what would be even more powerful is if they're sitting in a room together, hearing the same thing, the same content, the same focus, to where they walk back into their schools, not overwhelmed, not where they have to go and then talk for hours about all the different things that they heard. Instead, they walk in with a plan. They walk in with action steps. They walk in with, first, we're doing this. Here's how we're going to do it. Second, we're doing this. Here's how we're going to do it. And it's also sustainable. So we are so excited to get so many schools, so many teachers under one roof of one room in this building and see how it transforms schools.
Yeah, because the great thing really about nationals every year is that it grows for specific schools or specific districts. Maybe one teacher attended, then the next year they're like 3 teachers from the school. Now the next year it's their whole team. Then their principal came with them and joined. And these teams are continuously coming back year after year and growing their school and seeing results from implementing these things. And as that grows, the people you come with, you really do want to experience together and have the opportunity to talk about it more than just 30 minutes at lunch or things like that.
Yep.
So this is really crafted for those teams that are wanting to experience together and kind of take that back to their school ready to run on the first day of school.
Yep. And every single grade level track, I'm telling you, these presenters this year, we have had one-on-ones with every presenter. We have looked at the materials, the content, because you guys have mentioned we want more hands-on. And we're like, oh my gosh, we already have it. So I don't know how we can do that, but we're going to give it our best. And the presenters have just really knocked it out of the park. So we are excited for some transformation to happen with your instruction, with your teaching practices. Everything is really centered around and focused on Tier 1 best instructional practices, because we have seen, and like Chris said, go back and watch the webinar. We really dive in deep to why that has become our focus over the past couple of years. But we're excited to see what happens in your classroom. So then moving on to Wade's. This is his baby, his project, his.
And before we jump into all the big stuff, I do want to clarify one thing as you're listening, as you're coming. If you haven't been to Get Your Teach On before, like I said earlier, you will stay in your grade level room.
Yes.
So a lot of people will message, when will we get our to choose our sessions? They've been selected for you. So if you go and download your conference guide or you check out the app that has everything in it for you for your grade level track, you will stay in that room. The presenters will come to you. So if you've been to other professional development, it probably does not look like that. So Get Your Teach On is unique that you will start in your keynotes that we'll talk about in a second. Then once you get to your grade level room, you will remain in that same grade level room for every breakout session that you have, which is really unique. And you get to kind of form that community.
Just trust the process.
Trust the process. By the end, you'll see why we do it the way we do it.
Yeah, it's always just incredibly powerful results, and it's what's worked for Get Your Teach On now for going on 10 years, which is crazy.
All right, to the main stage.
Okay, to the main stage. So obviously we have something that we call general session, where it is the one time throughout the day, or actually 2 times, beginning and end, where everybody gets to come together under one roof, truly in the building. You have educators, you have leaders, you have teachers from around this nation and around this world who come together and unite. And this is where we really, truly focus. Yes, there's actually going to be some instructional stuff happening from the main stage this year. Usually it's really more about personal development, but this year we're mixing it up a little bit. We're going to talk about that. But we know how important it is to invest and to pour in the teacher as a human. And that is honestly, if not equal, more so important than investing in a teacher as a teacher. And so we've got some pretty amazing keynotes. This is where Wade really just takes the reins.
Yeah.
And this is something that has always been so important to him as far as who we put on the stage, why we put them on the stage, because believe it or not, while there are some pretty big name celebrities, we're not just choosing them because they do nothing to bring in teachers.
Correct.
That it's not benefiting us from a marketing standpoint. We are choosing them for a very specific reason. So Wade, who do we have coming this year to the Get Your Teach on stage?
Oh boy. Well, I was going to talk about all that first, so it wasn't just like a list of people that are coming.
Oh, okay.
But,
I was setting you up. What do you say? I'm setting you up to slam dunk it. That's what you always say.
I'll try. So I mean, on that Sunday night, we're going to have Jonas with us that Sunday night, which is going to be a great time for music, and then you're going to be inspired by Mickey Smith Jr. So yeah, that's going to be Sunday night, and then Monday is
us, the 3 of us.
Yeah.
This is where he only knows his people. Okay, that's it. No, Monday is going to be. We're really actually so excited about this because Chris and Wade and I have, for many years, like, how do we get into as many grade level rooms as possible to give people the same messaging? So that, again, we have that foundation. And there's been 12 sessions in the past. There's been 100, and we wanted to help with all 100 of them.
Yeah.
But there's only one of each of us. And so for the first time ever, we are bringing content to the main stage. And so that morning we are going to be doing a workshop, the 3 of us. I call it a workshop, not a keynote, because we're not keynoters.
It is very much a workshop.
I'm not making.
It's basically one of your breakout sessions in the general session.
Yes,
room,
for everybody.
On the main stage for everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. So instead of doing it 8 different times or 12 different times in every single track, we're doing it once for everyone to set the foundation before you go into your breakout
There will
sessions.
still be reflection. There'll still be all the things. But what I'm so actually, I'm not even going to lie, I am incredibly nervous for this. I was actually talking to Chris's dad. We just went and did our final site visit, and I was telling him, I'm like, I don't even know why Chris and I agreed to this, but I told Chris if we were going to do it, he was going to be on the stage with me to do it in case everything goes wrong, because I would not shoulder that myself. So for the first time ever, this is something Wade, Chris, and I have had a lot of conversations about, because we've done so much work now throughout the state of Indiana for the past 3 years. You guys, if you followed along, you've seen a lot of that. And what you guys honestly love the most, that we get the most feedback on, is we want to see more of you in the classroom doing these strategies with actual students, because for us, that just makes it come to life as teachers. And so we were like, okay, what if we bring real kids to the Get Your Teach on stage and we film a live model lesson?
And it's happening.
And it's happening. And you guys, it may go, and there has been things that we have brought to the Get Your Teach on stage that have been an absolute bust. Last year in Vegas, we had this dream of a teacher game show.
Boy, that was terrible.
We spent months and months talking about it, preparing it, going through it, working through it, and it was an absolute bust. And y'all let us know in our feedback that it was an absolute. So thank you for that. We already knew it ourselves.
I watched at home on my couch with Jackson. I was hoping it was the sound. I didn't know. I didn't know how the room was feeling, but
it was not our favorite.
And very long.
It was very long, but we learned from it. Okay, so I'm not saying that.
But once you're in it, there's no turning back. So what are you going to do?
But you know what? That's also, we challenge ourselves to bring new things to the stage.
Right.
We could have one set of things that we always do that we
Copy
know
and paste,
crushes it every time and gets the best responses, but that's just not who we are.
But I think if you're an educator and you're always trying to improve yourself, if it goes well, if it goes great, like, you learn something from that, you take something away from that. And how often do we say that teachers don't get to see other teachers teach?
That's it.
So
yeah. And also,
this is going to be great for everyone to see.
Super unique, because how it's going to work. And so first, that morning, we're going to set the foundation. Then at lunch that day on Monday, this is actually an optional opt-in for you as attendees.
For everyone but lead on.
Everyone but lead on. Yeah, our leaders, this is part of your track that you'll come to the general session room. But Hope will never have met these kids until the lessons start. So it's not she's been working with them all year. She's met them before. And
we've rehearsed it. No.
It is very much that they are local Dallas kids.
Think about first day of school.
First day of school. And they're here. They're also a variety of different grade levels, because we wanted to showcase not just a kindergarten class, not just a 5th grade class. So there is a variety in there. So that's going to be a challenge as it is for content-wise.
Yep.
But we will never have met them, talked to them, things like that. So we don't even know their names going into it. So it is very much going to be in the moment. What happens, happens. It's going to be the strategies that some of them we talk about in the morning, some of them we talk about in some of the breakouts, all to life. And then as Hope is teaching, we are strategically planning for things that we talk about in the morning workshop that I will then side-by-side coach and co-teach with Hope for this is how it was. How do we amp it up and improve it even better? Because Hope's lesson, as you're going to see it, is going to be a great lesson. Probably what you'll traditionally see in classrooms.
Yep.
How do we take it to the next level with more intentionality? That's the focus of this. So it's not just traditional model lesson. It's going to be, here's the model lesson with already great strategies. How do we take what we're already doing and amp it up a notch? And that's our goal for everyone that's attending.
And then I told your dad, you don't know that I told him this. I said, if things go wrong, I'm saying
all my dad told me is that Abby wants his small mini clipboard that he carries around. And then he proceeded to put it on my duffel bag to give to Abby when I got here. So Abby now has her own mini clipboard.
Oh my
And I guess she needs cargo shorts to match that to put.
We actually got Paul Pombonyo Celebrity Services because he is the top celebrity of the whole conference, honestly.
He didn't tell me that.
He said this is the only reason he signed up. But anyways, I told him, I said, if you hear me say the word mistletoe, pull the fire alarm. Pull the fire alarm. We'll get everybody out of the room if it's going that tragically. No, but truly, we're so excited about it. You know, while this is on a main stage, we have all worked with so many classes that we have never met before going and teaching model lessons.
This is exactly what we do throughout the country.
Yeah.
And so when we meet the kids for the very first time at these schools all over the country, this is exactly what it's going to look like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In front of you guys.
If you are interested in attending this, so if you're a leader in Lead On, this is already part of your track. So you'll start with Hope and I in the morning in your breakout for Lead On, and then we will all go together to general session room. This is your second session. Your lunch is different on that first day if you are in the Lead On track. For everyone else, an email was sent out probably about 2 weeks ago now where you can sign up for this. You can still sign up for it, so you can go back to that. There is no limit on this breakout. Some of the other breakouts that were offered may have already filled up by the time this airs, but this can fit literally everyone if they wanted to.
This is a general session.
The general session. Yeah. So it's on that Monday. Make sure you sign up just to so you can be reminded that it's happening when it's happening. Yeah. But also if you decide last minute that you want to come, the doors will be open. Grab your lunch, come in there. You can eat in the back of the general session room while it's happening. Yeah. And it'll be a good time for sure.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Then that Tuesday evening, that is Monday.
We're still on Monday. So that's Monday at lunch.
Monday night, we have something called, first time we've ever done this, our Rock Your School Rally. So Rock Your School is an initiative that we have had for, I don't even know now, 8 years at Get Your Teach On.
Yeah.
To where every year it's kind of a challenge for teachers to choose a day. Now, teachers are rocking their school every day. That's all. We want to make that very clear. But one day we all come together. Now it's become a week, but teachers throughout that week do a lesson they've never done before, something they've been scared to try. But now with a group of people backing them, even if nobody in their school does it, it just gives them the confidence that they need. A confidence kind of booster to try something new and see what happens. And so we have titled that Rock Your School. And this year, Rock Your School will be happening in
September.
We have the date for it. I just can't keep the dates. I'm sure Chase will flash something up on the screen here in just a second that will give you the dates for Rock Your School. But we are doing a Rock Your School rally to, again, number one, celebrate that teachers are rock stars all year long. But number two, it's going to be sports theme. And we want to encourage you, inspire you to go back and make this your best year ever. So we're bringing in the big dog.
Yeah, the rally is the kickoff.
The rally is the kickoff, yeah.
And how this works is the mornings every day are very much set up to set intention, pour into you, make you reflect on different things. And the afternoons, Rock Your School is September 29th
there we go.
to October 3rd. So thank you, Chase. We will also give you all that information as we get closer.
Yeah.
But the afternoons of every day are very much set up to have this big celebration, have this big community where we come together, celebrate education, pour into you in a different way that's maybe less motivational, less reflective. You'll still be motivated. You'll still have to reflect with some of the keynote speakers that we have there, but it is really and this is a lot of teachers' favorite parts of the day because it's a lot all day, digesting content.
That's what I was going to say.
In your breakout session.
It's a good release throughout.
Correct.
At the end of the day and celebration. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking to it is a lot at the end of the day. To just go to dinner would be like okay, now what? This is kind of a good wrap up every day. And it's your bookends of your day that you kind of start all together in community. And the afternoons are always my favorite part.
I love it too.
The breakout sessions are done for the day. You can kind of let loose a little bit, and then just really fill your bucket with that. So that night at the Rock Your School rally.
Yeah, we have Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, is going to be pouring into all of us and have a good time. Obviously, he's going to motivate us and inspire us and coach us and probably tell some really fun and cool stories. And then we'll also have back with us that night Titus O'Neil, Thaddeus Bullard. He's going to be back with us. We joke all the time that it's called Get Your Titus On because he just never leaves. And we're so grateful for him.
That will also be the night that we announce our top 3 for Gold Star Teacher of the Year. So on Sunday, we will go from 25 to 10. And then on Monday afternoon/night, we will go from 10 to our top 3 for our Gold Star Teachers of the Year that night too.
Yeah, then we'll head into Tuesday. I am going to be doing kind of, again, another workshop for you on Tuesday morning, really focusing on your personal growth and what you want to take from the conference personally, but how you mix the personal with the professional to get the best outcomes. Again, I call it a workshop because I am not a keynoter, but I will have some stories in there for you guys. And that is going to be followed up with the amazing Drew and Leah Lachey and the team of Labelist the Musical.
Yeah.
So if you didn't follow us back in March when we were in New York for their off-Broadway show of Labelist, you're going to get to see some bits and pieces and parts of that. The cool thing about that is Labelist is built off of stories of real human beings and how those stories play out in their life. And honestly, it's a full representation of what comes into our classroom every single day. Every student walks in with their own story, with their own background, their own history, and that plays a massive role in how they show up, how they respond, how they act. And so we're excited to highlight and amplify some of the stories from Labelist.
Yeah, so that Tuesday morning is going to be awesome.
Yep. Tuesday night, Chase has notes for you.
Oh, he does.
There
Look
you
at
go.
there. Look at there. So, yeah, so Tuesday night, we've got Angie K, who's coming back with us, the one and only hilarious Eddie B. Danica McKellar is going to be on our stage. She's going to talk about all things math and answer some questions. And then, we announced the Gold Star top three.
That's on Monday now, but yeah, that's okay.
Well, it's a good thing we're doing this podcast to really flesh out.
We change things as the needs change.
As you can tell.
There's the list that we're pulling from is not necessarily in order.
And then a Wednesday morning, honestly, for the first time ever, we are not doing a general session because what we have found is that you guys, as well as us, everyone is so
tired,
exhausted come Wednesday that we want you to be able to focus on your content sessions. And so we give everybody a little bit later start. You don't have to get up quite so early. You don't have to rush down. You get to go straight to your content sessions. You'll have 2 sessions before lunch. Then after lunch, we will start our end of GYTO Fest. We are going out with a bang. Obviously, we want to start strong, we want to end strong. And so Wednesday night, we will have 98 Degrees with us. You guys, if you have never seen them perform recently, it's one of my favorite things. They are amazing. We will also have DJ Scribble. So take yourself back to spring break, MTV spring break. He's going to be with Chris Kirkpatrick, obviously of NSYNC. And then we will be announcing our Gold Star winner. That is happening on Wednesday.
Yeah, that is correct. That was right. That was as
I wanted to fact check that. Yeah.
That was good. That was fact checked. And also, if you haven't already followed on social media or things like that, these are people that maybe have been to Get Your Teach On in the past, but now are like family of Get Your Teach On that believe in teachers and celebrating teachers so much that they're now committed to it. A few weeks ago, we posted a reel from 98 Degrees, and it just shows they don't have to take time to make a message for teachers or why they're coming. I mean, they can just come, show up, perform, and leave. And that is anything furthest from the truth of what they're actually doing. They're there to pour into you and uplift teachers as they head into the next school year in the summer. And it's just really incredible that they're giving
all of our
back in that
people
way.
are family almost now.
So that is kind of breaks down all of your content sessions that you're going to have, what those are going to look like with you being in the same track as all of the people in your room for the entire 3 days of content sessions, our general session, and man, it's going to be a good time. But before we sign off of here, one of the other top questions that we get from people, what do I wear to get your teach on? What do I wear? Are there themed days? We got to know the themes. And here's the deal. We have created theme days strictly because y'all have begged for themed days.
Yeah, everyone's asked in the past, and we're like, no, there's really not.
There was
always a grade level like t-shirt day that we were like, oh, wear, but there wasn't theme days. So people are like, what are the theme days? Every single year. So now just give the people what they want.
Honestly, wear whatever makes your heart happy. Most people are very comfortable, jeans, t-shirts. We do tell people to layer because sometimes the rooms can be super hot. Sometimes they can be cold. There's nothing that we can do to control that. So you've got to bring the things to control that yourself. And obviously we want you to be comfortable in breakout sessions. So I always recommend layers, but there is nothing specific that you have to wear.
Nope.
However, here's the deal. If fashion makes your heart happy, a teacher can wear really cute, sparkly, glittery clothes and decorate their classroom in pastels and still be a really great teacher. A teacher can wear jeans and a plain t-shirt and still be a really great teacher. So this has nothing to do with, too many people forget there's this word and that can happen, that both things can be true at the same time. It doesn't have to be either or. So because of that, we have so many people. And like me, I fit into this category. Y'all love dressing up, playing a role, having an outfit that matches a certain theme. So we've done it for you guys this year, you guys. So here is our 4 different themed days and what you could possibly wear. And all of this stuff also you can get from the collective, or you can bring
I want
your own
us
stuff.
to say our favorite theme day.
Oh, okay,
after
let me
you're
go through them and then
Yeah,
you can
go
say
through,
everybody's
so.
favorite. Okay, so Sunday night is obviously GYTO Fest. We're in Dallas. Everything's bigger and better in Texas, so they say. So if you want to put a little Western flair, we have a whole line of t-shirts called GYTO Fest. They have different boots on them. They say these boots are made for teaching, or saddle up, y'all are going to learn today, or darling, hold your horses. We've got the world to conquer. We have all of these. Yeehaw.
He sounds like our flight attendant from Texas last week. But I was really like, is this Dolly Parton over the loudspeaker?
Yes, this is my best life. So
Oh, boy.
listen, if you want to wear a cowboy hat and boots and sparkles and all the things, do it up for GYTO Fest that night. It is going to be so fun. Again, you wear whatever is comfortable, but you'll probably see me in some boots and a cowgirl hat because it's my moment.
And she'll probably change.
Where
the
else am I
boots
going to wear that?
five
Probably see
times.
Wade in the same. So
Yeah, definitely. That's
Sparkly
definitely
boots
Wade's.
and a
I've never
hat.
worn cowboy boots. I gotta get some.
You gotta get
yeah,
some.
the
Yeah.
rhinestoned ones.
Hey, they'll add some inches to you, and that could be good for you.
Good.
So,
Right.
so yes, clarifying.
I don't know.
Oh man, this is why we try to keep episodes under 30
off the
minutes, because
rails.
if not, they just go into a really, really bad direction. All right, so Sunday night is GYTO Fest. Monday is our Rock Your School rally. This year, it is all sports themed. Since we're going to have Coach Prime, we're going to have DCC. We've got all the different sports vibes. So wear your favorite jersey, wear your favorite team. We've also got the cutest stinking jerseys and baseball tees that say teach, and they have pencil patches on them. They're so cute.
I've also seen schools, if it's not too late, depending on when you're listening to this, they've like created a jersey t-shirt
Oh, wait,
for their
what?
school. Yeah, I saw it already.
Oh, I cannot wait.
Well, that's
so
just cute as a poop.
So
wear
if
your
you're coming
Jo-
with people, you might want
wear your Jordans,
wear your squad shirt or-
whatever you want to wear that is.
Oh, Dion has shoes.
Oh, Dion, you can wear some
And-
Dion
and
Sanders
glasses.
shoes. Okay.
This is not a sponsorship
I am
for Dion.
very
I'm just
nervous
saying.
at what Wade's going to walk out in that day. So anyways,
Me too.
Tuesday is grade level spirit. Represent your grade level. So this day you can wear a grade level tee. Again, you can style it however you would like, but this just kind of shows like what grade level you're in, what grade level room you're in, showing some grade level spirit. And then Wednesday is our Teach Colorfully Day.
What does that mean?
If you've never been to get your teach on, we sort of kind of absolutely love bright colors. We're all about any space that you can, transform with a little bit of joy. That's why we have all these photo activations and balloons. And we believe that your environment and or what you wear can cause a certain emotion sometimes. And so this is our Teach Colorfully line. Everything is bright, bold. There's positive sayings on all of the t-shirts, messages that sometimes we need to hear, messages that sometimes our students need to hear. So anyways, we also have not our regular teacher tee. And
Oh, so that would be kind of
this could be the live color.
basically like look like a crayon box. That's
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what it means.
You don't just have to choose one color.
Yeah.
You just light up the world with your color. And
Yeah.
I mean, it makes so many people happy. I love your colors. It does.
Okay.
it does. And it
I
matters.
believe
Don't
it.
you come for me.
Wade shows up wearing black.
like I am right now.
So emo. Well, you know what?
Let's do
Again,
it.
Yeah.
look, he is a great teacher, great human
I
being.
am. Don't
He just
judge me.
prefers
Yeah, that's right.
to, blend in.
Neutrals are colors too. Okay.
Yeah.
But you look at Chris, he's got a brown shirt on
As we,
and a black
as we
hat.
show up in.
Oh man. Anyway,
know.
oh my
I
gosh,
don't
you
know.
guys, true story. True story. I was walking, we were at the final site visit at the Gaylord the other day, and there were 2 other conferences happening.
Not
And
sure
so we're
what
walking
you said.
around everywhere, like making sure we have all of our branding, because you just wait till you see this hotel after Get Your Teach On gets a handle on it. But literally everyone is in black, gray, or I think it was just actually I don't think I saw
white.
black, gray, or blue suits.
Oh, nice.
Here I am,
Nice.
bright pink, hot, like red,
Excuse me, pardon me,
bright
pardon me.
neon blue, like cardigan, these jeans. I've got like teacher jewelry on. And literally the ladies that were hosting us at the Gaylord, they were like, whew, you stick out like a sore thumb. And I was like, exactly. This is not get your teach on vibes, guys. This is not it. It does make a difference in how you feel. Because that conference, I'm just going to say it was not a teacher conference. Okay, so don't come for me. It looked so stale. Those people looked so miserable. It looked so
really did
boring. They looked
sad.
like they hated their lives. Okay, so I'm just saying it makes a difference. Now, what is your favorite theme day?
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. Huh. Let's see. I think the first night could be really fun.
Oh, he's getting
Now that
boots.
he's getting his guess. Yeah.
Let's get some cowboy boots.
Saddle up, baby.
Oh, but yeah.
He's going to be walking like a baby giraffe that's just born.
That's true. It's so true.
Rock your school night sounds like a lot.
Also,
Yeah,
his
that's
feet
my
are
favorite.
never going to fit in boots.
No.
What?
Your feet would never. You would have to have extra
I'm getting
triple
boots
wide.
now, guys. Can I get some
Like
boots?
those toes are going to
get
be
some
so.
boots.
He's got the widest feet ever. He can barely wear Converse.
Maybe lock them doors.
Chris, what's your favorite night?
Rock your school.
Rock
Yeah,
your
I
school.
think
Yeah,
that'll
that's
be
going to be.
I think that'll be a good.
What?
safe bet.
What team are you going to be repping?
What sport?
Don't
Like,
we have? Do we have jerseys?
Yeah, we do have jerseys.
Okay,
so you're
then
gonna be
that's safe
representing
bet. Yeah,
GYTO.
yeah. Or,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So those are your theme nights, guys. What did we miss?
Well, let's do some logistics before we
Yeah.
wrap up. Just
Okay.
for as people are
Yes,
coming,
yes.
they're driving, so maybe flying if you're listening to it. So Sunday is registration. If you have a VIP ticket, so if you're a VIP ticket holder, your registration and kind of your VIP kickoff experience goes from 10 to 12 on Sunday when you arrive. So if you bought that VIP ticket and you can get there earlier, highly suggest that. Not mandatory. You'll still be able to register after, but that will ensure that the group is a little smaller. You can check in just with VIP ticket holders. You can see some presenters, get books signed. The collective will be open just for VIP ticket holders. That's from 10 to
Highly
12.
recommend.
Highly
Yeah,
recommend
please,
if you
yes.
bought that VIP ticket, take advantage of that.
It's worth it.
It is, I think, an asset to your VIP experience. But if not, you can still check in after. Starting at 12 o'clock will be registration for everyone. So VIP will still be included in that. It will be a different location for VIP ticket holders once that 12 o'clock registration opens. But 12 to 5 will be registration. Now, this happens every year. People are like, oh my gosh, I waited for so long. And then someone else is like, there was no line. It really depends on when people show up to the hotel.
Yeah.
And what that looks like. So if the line is super long at 12 o'clock, maybe wait it out, go to the collective, walk around, grab lunch, come, like, play it by ear. It is truly, I mean, last year there was a straight 2.5 hour block in the middle where it was just like, walk up, register, go. It just depends on when people arrive, when they check in, when their flights get in. It is 6,500 teachers and leaders registering at the same time. That's why we have it literally all day Sunday. Our Magic Squad literally works endlessly.
They do.
Without breaks, like, to register everyone.
Shout out
So
Magic
please,
Squad. We
shout
love
out Magic
you.
Squad. Show some grace in those lines. It is going to be a wait sometimes. There is going to be time where there is going to be a long line. But
I'm just saying, y'all don't
Bring
complain
your
at a
patience.
Taylor Swift concert.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, just be.
So don't
just
hold
be
us to a
patient.
different standard than Taylor Swift.
Be patient. The Magic Squad, you'll see once you get up there, they are literally, it's like TJ Maxx. They go as fast as possible to crank through that line.
That's who we stop.
It
That's
just-
who we
it just
set it up
depends
after.
when you arrive, unfortunately, for your line experience. So it'll vary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the logistics?
So that was registration. So 10 o'clock VIP, 10 to 12, 12 to 5 is everyone else. And VIP as well, they have a separate line for VIP during that second registration that you can kind of get that shorter line if you did that. If you bought VIP, you have lunch vouchers included with your ticket this year. So you'll be able to pick up your lunch every single day of the conference.
In a special area.
In a special area, and it's already ready to go, paid for, so that'll be super fast for you. If you did not get a lunch voucher yet, if you're listening to this before the Wednesday before the conference, so I don't know what day that is off the top of my head, maybe 25 if I had to guess, but the Wednesday before the conference, if you can still purchase it online, you can head to our website to purchase it. If it's after that Wednesday before the conference, you can purchase them on site at registration if you're interested in those lunch vouchers. Lunch vouchers are lunch provided for the Gaylord. They have different options every day. It includes everything you need. It's just an easy pickup. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for convenience, highly suggest that. And the Gaylord food I've always loved. So
Yeah. Also,
pretty
have
good.
grace with us that first day. You guys, we have Lunch on the first day is always just a lot.
Every year.
Because there are, again, 6,500 people. Like, the Gaylord rarely has events to this size and this level that we have events, because usually they'll have 2 different groups and the groups are doing different things, or multiple different groups. So we literally sat for hours and discussed, and we've worked all year to discuss the lunch plan and we want this experience to be everything you want it to be, but also have grace. Like, that first day, there might be some lengthy lines. It might take us a little bit longer. One thing I can assure you, our team is always working, and we will get problem solved. So just have faith in the Get Your Teach On team, but also please have grace with our team and our Magic Squad.
And the Gaylord team.
And the Gaylord.
They are not used to this, and you're
everybody works so hard, truly.
Be your best self.
Just be nice. Just be nice.
Be the
nice
kind
to
of
the Gaylord.
student that you hope that every single one of your students walk in to be this year. Be that kind of student, because you know what? If you're mean to our people or mean to us, then you deserve mean kids. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Or the Gaylord.
I'm kidding.
I think people are usually nice, like the Magic Squad and that. It's the Gaylord where they're at the front desk, and then they come back to us. They're like,
I know.
That's what
the
I'm
teachers
say
that
with
came to your
check-in and
conference were
things,
not nice during check-in. I'm
I
like,
know.
what? How?
The teal
How?
coat.
Just
If
show
you see a
grace
teal coat,
to all these people who are working literally overtime to make this happen for us.
Truly, and they want the best experience. They literally, there's so many things that they won't even do for other groups that they do
They're
for our
excited
group,
about
because they want teachers to feel
Always.
so special and served so well. So just know that is always our priority, and we are doing literally when I tell you no stone goes unturned, our team, now that we've done this for so long, like, we think of everything that we can possibly think of. But also, it's 6,500 people. Things are going to happen. So
Yeah, and the last thing I would say is download the conference app if you're an attendee. You received an email with that. Everything you need to know will be in there. Updates will be sent through there. Push alerts will be sent through there. So download it, use it as you go through. And also new this year, when you check in, you're going to receive Get Your Teach On magazine that has everything you need to know about onsite, Get Your Teach On.
And you will need it at
things
every
coming up,
keynote.
and you will need it at your
Yeah,
keynote.
you need
so
that.
make sure when you get that, you don't just leave it in your hotel room. Bring that with you. That is going to be your guide. Hold it close throughout the conference.
we need to remember to tell people that Sunday night, because they've got to have it at those keynotes.
Yeah,
'cause
Yes, remind them
It's-
to bring it as well. So
like we
here's your
said,
first
it's
reminder if you're
workshop,
listening,
so-
but we'll remind you as well, and we'll have Magic Squad do that too. But make sure you look at that. The floor plans are in there, schedules in there, and then the app will have everything up to date throughout the conference.
All right. I think that's it, you guys.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. On behalf of everybody at Get Your
That's gonna be
Teach On,
good.
our full Magic Squad's already had like 10 meetings. I don't even know how many meetings they've had, but everybody is so excited. We cannot wait for you to see the collective. We cannot wait for you to see all the things that we've yet to even show on social media. We've got so many things that we know you're going to love. We know that you're going to love the keynotes, the breakout sessions. Like, just be open-minded. Just be open-minded, assume the best of the whole experience. And I assure you, you will leave there with so many ideas, probably so many friends, so many things that you never even dreamed possible, but you gotta be open-minded. You've got to open your mind to it. You got to open your heart to it. And that's where the magic happens. So we cannot wait to see you guys. We cannot wait to celebrate you. Wade, Chris, myself, we'll kind of be everywhere. But if you see us, stop us. We love to say hello. We love to talk to you guys. We are just so excited that 6,500 teachers are coming together. That 6,500 teachers still believe that there is good in education, that education is still good. We're going to be talking about a lot of those things. And honestly, it's our hope, and we hear it year after year, that so many people were ready to leave the profession, and now they're ready to go another 10 years. So that's our hope for you. If you're feeling that way, if you're already on fire for teaching, we hope to keep fanning that flame. Get Your Teach On truly is a space, I believe, that will meet you wherever you're at on your teaching journey and help you take the next step. So we're excited. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
All right. See you in Dallas.
We'll see you in Dallas, everybody.
Catch you on the flip side.
And we'll catch you on the
Flip
side. Bye, guys.
Bye.